All right, get ready to dive into a genre that's all about big emotions, city nights, and beats that just won't quit.
Freestyle music.
Exactly, freestyle music.
You bet.
You want to know more about where it came from, who the big names were?
How it's still echoing in music today.
That's right.
We've got you covered.
Our main source is this Wikipedia article all about freestyle music.
Awesome.
So get ready to unlock some serious 80s and 90s musical knowledge.
I'm excited.
Me too.
What's really cool about freestyle is how it emerged from this perfect storm of musical influences back in the early 80s.
The early 80s.
Yeah, New York, Philly, Miami. These cities were melting pots.
Yeah.
And their music really reflected that.
It's like the 80s were this musical pressure cooker.
Yeah.
You had electro, Latin rhythms, early hip-hop, all these sounds bumping into each other.
It's true.
So did all that cultural exchange help shape the sound of freestyle?
Absolutely.
Really?
I mean, think about Africa, Bombada, and Soul Sonic Force's Planet Rock from 1982. That track is like the blueprint for the electro-funk sound
Yeah.
that became so central to freestyle.
Yeah.
It's all about that driving beat
Yeah.
and those futuristic synth melodies.
Oh, man, Planet Rock.
Yeah!
I can practically hear the breakdancers hitting the floor right now.
Classic.
But when did freestyle really find its own voice?
Well, a lot of people point to 1983
Okay.
and a song that you might know,
Right.
Let the Music Play by Shannon.
Okay.
It's considered the first true freestyle song, and it solidified that signature blend of electro-funk and Latin rhythms,
That's interesting.
what some call the Shannon sound.
Okay, the Shannon sound.
The producers, Chris Barboza and Mark Liggett,
Okay.
they really knew how to craft a catchy hook.
Let the Music Play is definitely one of those songs that gets stuck in your head for days.
For sure.
But it wasn't just Shannon, right?
Oh, no.
Freestyle had a whole roster of artists.
Yes.
Especially in communities where Hispanic American and Italian American cultures were strong.
Exactly. And each city kind of added its own spice to the mix.
Yeah.
Down in Miami, you had artists like Stevie B and Exposé bringing in that Miami bass sound. Think super heavy bass lines
Oh, okay.
and a more laid-back groove.
Miami bass, interesting.
Yeah.
So you had these regional variations, but there's one thing I've always wondered about freestyle.
Oh.
Those ballads.
Oh, yeah.
How did heartbroken love songs become such a big part of this dance genre?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Because it really blurs those genre lines, you know.
It does.
Think Seasons Change by Exposé or Stevie B's Because I Love You, the Postman song.
Oh, yeah.
They have those classic freestyle elements.
Right.
But that ballad format helped them cross over to a much wider audience.
Those songs were huge. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone knew the words.
Everybody.
And speaking of crossing borders, I heard Canada had a pretty big freestyle scene, too.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in Toronto.
Oh, yeah. Toronto was a hotbed.
Really?
The article even highlights Lil Susie as a major player up there.
Oh, wow.
And remember Nancy Martinez?
Yeah.
Her 1986 hit for Tonight actually charted on the Billboard Hot 100.
Wow.
Not a lot of Canadian freestyle artists managed to break through like that in the U.S.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It is.
That's very cool.
It's pretty cool, breaking into the U.S. market from Canada,
Yeah.
especially for a genre as niche as freestyle.
Right.
Was no easy feat.
I can imagine.
But going back to your point about ballads,
Yeah.
that crossover appeal is really interesting.
It is.
I think it speaks to freestyle's ability to tap into those, like,
Universal emotions. Yeah.
I mean, everyone's experienced heartbreak at some point, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And those freestyle ballads with those soaring vocals and those synth melodies that just tug at your heartstrings,
Oh, yeah.
they really capture that feeling.
Absolutely.
But the Wikipedia article also talks about freestyle's influence on other genres, especially electronic dance music.
Yeah.
Did it just fade into the background?
No.
Or did it help shape what came after?
It definitely helped shape what came after. The
Really?
energy of freestyle, those driving beats,
Yeah.
they found their way into other genres, like NYC Hard House.
Okay.
Imagine those freestyle beats,
Okay.
but with a harder edge,
Okay.
a grittier sound.
Got it.
This was music for those late-night warehouse parties.
Interesting.
Yeah, a whole different vibe.
NYC Hard House, that's a new one for me.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking harder, grittier.
Yeah.
What else makes it different from freestyle
Well,
besides that?
think about the influences.
Okay.
NYC Hard House pulls in elements from, like, old school hip-hop
Uh-huh.
and house music along with those freestyle roots.
Okay.
The article even shouts out artists like Todd Terry.
Todd Terry.
Yeah, who are blending these sounds in the late 80s and early 90s.
Shintra.
It's like, all right, and Dum Dum Cry.
Okay.
Really capture that hard house sound.
So it's like a fusion of those genres.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
But while all this was happening, what about freestyle itself?
Yeah.
Did it completely disappear from the scene?
Not at all.
Really?
It may have lost...
It lost some of its mainstream appeal?
Yeah, it lost some of its mainstream shine by the early 90s.
Okay.
But freestyle found a home in the underground scene,
Okay.
particularly in New York.
Interesting.
The article even mentions a few attempts to bring it back into the spotlight.
So it's like freestyle went back to its roots,
Yeah.
back to the diehard fans.
Exactly.
So what were some of those efforts to revive the genre?
Well, there's Steve Sylvester and Sal Abatiello,
Okay.
two names that are pretty much synonymous with freestyle.
Gotcha.
They started organizing these events in New York City,
Yeah.
bringing back some of those classic freestyle artists for live performances.
Oh, cool.
Imagine seeing those acts you grew up with,
Yeah.
hearing those songs that take you right back.
That sounds incredible.
It does.
A real treat for those who never stopped loving freestyle.
It would be.
Were there any other signs that the genre was still alive and kicking?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dedicated DJs like Bad Boy Joe and Louis DeVito
Yeah.
kept the music spinning in clubs and on the radio,
Wow.
even when it wasn't topping the charts.
That's cool.
Yeah, they kept the spirit of freestyle alive,
Yeah.
introducing it to new generations.
It's inspiring to see that kind of passion and dedication.
For sure.
So you got these loyal fans, these DJs who kept the music playing.
Yeah.
But did freestyle ever make its way back into the mainstream, like fully?
There have been glimpses of it.
Okay.
The article actually mentions Pitbull,
Pitbull.
a huge name in contemporary music,
Right.
collaborating with Stevie B on an updated version of his classic Spring Love.
Wow, Pitbull and Stevie B.
Yeah,
That's really cool to see those different generations of artists coming together.
absolutely.
It shows how freestyle can still resonate with a wide audience.
It does.
But I'm curious about those different regional scenes we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
New York, Miami, Philadelphia, California.
Yeah.
Did each scene have its own unique sound?
Absolutely.
Its own vibe?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the Wikipedia article delve into those regional differences.
Okay, cool.
New York City,
Yeah.
the birthplace of freestyle,
Right.
had those iconic clubs
Yeah.
and a thriving scene that really pushed the genre forward.
Okay.
They even had a huge freestyle concert at Radio City Music Hall back in 2013.
Wow. Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah,
That says a lot about freestyle's lasting power in New York.
it does.
What about those other cities?
Well, as we touched on earlier,
Yeah.
Miami was a hotbed,
Right.
but their sound was a bit different.
In what way?
Miami bass played a big role,
Okay.
giving their freestyle a heavier bass line and that signature laid-back groove.
Okay.
Miami radio station,
Yeah.
WPOW Power 96, was also a huge champion of the genre,
Okay.
helping to spread the sound and break new artists.
So Miami bass adds a whole new dimension to freestyle.
It does.
And what about Philly? Did they contribute to the scene?
They absolutely did.
Okay.
Pretty Poison with their hit, Catch Me, I'm Falling,
Yeah.
put Philadelphia on the freestyle map.
Catch Me, I'm Falling.
Yes.
I remember that one.
Big hit.
They brought that Philly soulfulness to the genre.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Introduce it to a wider audience.
Pretty Poison really put Philly freestyle on the map.
They did.
Now, what about California?
California.
What was their connection to freestyle?
California had a vibrant scene too,
Okay.
especially in the Bay Area and Los Angeles.
Okay.
California's large Latino community embraced freestyle
Interesting.
alongside East Coast fans.
Yeah.
The article even points to a strong freestyle following among Filipino-American communities in California,
Wow.
with artists like Jocelyn Enriquez making waves.
That's really cool.
It's incredible how this genre transcended geographical boundaries
It really is.
and resonated with such diverse communities.
It really speaks to the power of music to bring people together.
It
So you have New York, Miami, Philly, California, each with its own unique flavor, its own story to tell.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how these regional scenes all contributed to this larger freestyle movement.
It is.
It really is.
It highlights the richness and diversity within freestyle music.
Yeah.
And even though its time in the mainstream spotlight may have faded,
Right.
Its impact on music and culture continues to echo today.
It's like the music captured the pulse of the city.
Yeah,
Those raw emotions that come with navigating love and life in an urban environment.
it's true.
But why do you think those themes were so prevalent in freestyle, especially in the 80s and 90s?
Well, think about the places where freestyle was born.
Okay.
New York, Philly, Miami.
Right.
These were cities in transition,
Uh-huh.
dealing with economic shifts,
Yeah.
social tensions,
Okay.
a sense of grit that found its way into the music.
Interesting.
Freestyle became a way to express those feelings, to
Yeah.
find connection and solace in shared experiences.
So it wasn't just about dancing and having a good time.
No,
It was about something deeper. It's about finding your voice
that's
and
right.
connecting with others who understood what you were going through.
Exactly.
It's powerful stuff.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the lyrics that conveyed those emotions.
Right.
The music itself, the driving beats,
Yeah.
the soaring synths,
Those passionate vocals.
all worked together to create a sound that was both powerful and vulnerable,
Right.
capturing that mix of hope and heartbreak
Yeah.
that was so central to the freestyle experience.
It's amazing how music can do that.
It is.
How it can transport you back to a specific time and place.
Yeah.
Evoke those feelings and memories so vividly.
Yeah, absolutely.
We started this deep dive talking about freestyle as a genre,
Right.
but it's become so much more than that.
Okay.
It's a window into a specific cultural moment,
Yeah.
a snapshot of those urban landscapes
Uh,
and the lives and loves of the people who live there.
What's fascinating to me is how freestyle demonstrates the interconnectedness of music, culture, and history.
Right.
It shows how a genre can emerge from a particular cultural context,
Yeah.
reflect the experiences of its time,
Uh,
and then leave a lasting legacy
yeah.
that continues to influence artists and music lovers today.
It's a reminder that even though a genre's popularity might ebb and flow,
Yeah,
its impact can be felt for generations.
for sure.
We see it in other genres, we hear it in sampled beats, we feel it in the hearts of those who lived and loved this music.
Absolutely. Freestyle is a testament to the power of music
Yes.
to transcend time and connect us across generations.
I love that.
It's a story of passion, creativity, and the enduring spirit of a genre
Yeah.
that refused to fade away.
Well, there you have it.
That's it.
We've taken a deep dive into the world of freestyle music,
Yeah, we did.
explored its origins, its evolution, and its enduring appeal.
Absolutely.
We uncovered its key artists, its regional scenes, and its influence on other genres.
Yes.
But as with any good deep dive,
Okay.
we're left with more to ponder.
Sure.
What does freestyle music tell us about the urban experience and emotions of its time?
Yeah.
How did it reflect the dreams,
Mm-hmm.
the heartbreaks
The aspirations.
of a generation finding its voice?
That's a good question.
That's something for you to think about
Yeah.
as you maybe put on some freestyle classics
Yeah.
and feel those vibes for
Real
yourself.
city vibes.
Until next time, keep diving.
Keep diving.